Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey everyone, I am Aerica Karriem and I am the host of the Black Women Healing Together Summit. And guess what? Today you get me. You get me at 10 a.m. At 10:30, we have someone new, some amazing speaker, Melisha. But this morning, you get me. And what I want to talk to you this morning about is what is holding you back? What is holding you back? And the reason why I wanted to before you on what is holding you back. Um, you came here yesterday, some of you all, and you heard me say, some of you heard me say, we are living from an old operating system. And it is time for us to upgrade to the new operating system. And you may say, Erica, what do you mean by that? Well, even Microsoft, if you have had, I remember when it was dial up, right? The internet dial up. And as we advanced, that dial up became super slow. We was like, what in the world is this? But in the beginning, when dial up first came out, we was excited about it. We was like, okay, we get internet. Okay, we have to do the dial up. But then as we advance and as we up level and as we get to grow and as we want to grow, then what happens is that it is time for us to up level, upgrade, right? And so we get to upgrade our life. Good morning, Miss Lewis. Thank you so much for coming on here with me. And so it is not okay for us to keep the mindset of the 1970s or the 1980s or what happened when we were younger. It's just not okay. And so I'm here to tell you that a lot of times we allow fear to hold us back. And that fear looks like, it could look like, okay, well, I don't know what people might say or what people might think. What it may look like is I don't want people to really get to know the real me. Like, because a lot of times we have flaws, right? And we don't want those flaws to be seen out in public, you know. And I'll be honest with you, for me, my personality is assertive, or what people might say, ooh, she's aggressive behind the scenes. So for a long time, I didn't come out um, to who I am because I thought maybe that would be too much. But what I learned is that once I came out to be who I really am, I attract those people. It's like it's okay to be confident. It's okay to be assertive. It's okay as long as we are doing it in love, right? It's not okay to be assertive or aggressive and cut everybody because you're right, or down everybody. That's a whole different aggressiveness, right? And so a lot of times we are hiding from the true us. But what I realize is that that aggressiveness that other people might say, it's just being a rebel. It's okay to, if you are a rebel, it's okay to be a warrior. It's okay to be a leader as long as we are doing it in love. And that's who I attract. I attract leaders. I attract the ones that if everybody is going left, if a herd is going left, we'd be like, I'm going to the right because I'm not doing what everybody else do, right? I want to up level. I want what's better for me. I want what's better for my family. And I seem to attract those type of people. And I don't mind standing alone if I feel that I am standing for what's right in my space. I get to create my environment. And I usually attract those people as well, where we want what's best and we will follow what is best for us, right? And so my question again is, what's holding you back? What is holding you back? Did you know that a lot of times when we have unforgiveness, and did you know a lot of times when we have stress, even though the forgiveness is mental, it's like, I don't forgive her, she did this, or uh, I'm so overwhelmed and I cannot seem to break these challenges. Did you know that leads into our body of illness and sickness, right? It leads to having to take medications because you are thinking a certain way. You are not letting something go from a long time ago, which leads to illnesses. And so I want you to really understand that it is time for us to heal together. It is time for us to just stop talking about it. You know, people are saying, and if you watch the news all the time and you are constantly worrying about other people or worrying about what's on the news, I don't usually have that tribe that follow me because we get to create what we want for our life, right? We don't need to, or we get to not um have the recession impact us, right? We get to create our own environment. We get to create what we want for our life. And so my question again, I'm gonna keep saying is, what's holding you back? Because it's time to heal. And when I say it's time to heal, what I mean by that is it is time for us to upgrade our mental capacity, our mental operating system, so that we can stop self sabotaging our life. We can step into the power of us as Black women or women, period. We can step into who we really are. So I'm going to ask you, do you really know who you are? Do you really know the power that you have? Do you really know how you can come together collectively? How the impact is when you can come together and we can really do some damage in this world, right? We can go and you can create an impact. You can become influential. You can actually become who you've been desiring to become, but you have to release. You say, what, Erica? What do I have to release? You have to release the old. You get to release what you don't desire anymore, right? You get to release all the old negative mindset that you've been having, and you get to step in to creating the woman that you desire to become. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you all so much for coming here with me this morning. And so I wanted to share with you. Oh, another thing too is that if you don't go to, what is that thing right here? I'm gonna type this in so that I can see your name, because I can't see your name on here. So I'm going to put this in here, which is so important. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that I can see your name. And I'm going to go to streamyard.com/Facebook. So listen, you all. Um, now is the time. Now is the time for you all to save yourself. Now is the time for you to step in to that destiny that you desire to be. But not only that you desire to be, the destiny that God has created for you. It's time for you to walk in your purpose. I want to share something with you. I remember my son is 23, and when he was 8 months old, I got something called Bell's palsy. And for you all that don't know what Bell's palsy is, because I didn't know at the time, so this been 20 years, 23 years. It's where one side of my face became paralyzed, right? And I didn't know what it was from. I still don't really exactly know what it was from. But what the doctors were saying, it was from stress. And as I started researching, what I realized is that within the first 2 to 3 weeks, people's face and body heal up from the steroids that we have to take 100%. So mine didn't. Mine came back like 85%. And so 2 years went by, still didn't come back all the way. 10 years went by and it still didn't come back all the way. And I was like, dang God, why would you allow for people's face to 100% come back and not mine? So I want to share with you that when it was time for God to speak to me, that's one thing that was holding me back. I'm like, golly, my face ain't all the way 100% back. And because we know how we looked before versus now, right? And so I was like, what in the world? And then, God, you want me to speak to all these people? You want me to pour into all these women, and my face is not back? That was one thing that was holding me back, is that I wasn't really confident in myself to show up. Now I had the knowledge, but I didn't have the confidence to show up. And so that's what a lot of the speakers have been talking about, is that we have to have the confidence within, and we have to have the confidence on the outside. And a lot of times we can go fix the outside of us, right? But we won't hardly do the work of the inside. Yeah, we'll go read a book or we'll watch a YouTube video, but are we actually doing the work? But guess what? I couldn't put no makeup on the Bell's palsy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so then what? So what I had to do is I had to go within, and I had to realize that, Erica, damn it, the more you wait, the more people need you, and you worrying about you. You're worrying about how you look versus the people that need you. So I'm going to ask you, what are you waiting on? What is holding you back? And when I realized that it doesn't matter how you look, it doesn't matter. Well, who is for you will show up for you. Who is for me will show up for me in in spite of the Bell palsy, right? In spite of the stories that I had been telling myself, and the same for you. But I had to walk through the breakdowns. I had to walk through the hidden spots, right? I had to walk through how certain things in my life got hijacked, and who I am today because of the certain things that hijacked my life. You say, Erica, what does that mean? The high How your life get hijacked. So what that mean is the old Erica, because I've went through the Bell's palsy, that was a hijack for me, right? Because I went through losing myself, that was a hijack for me. See, when I say hijacked, I mean what happened to you to make you put your guard up. What happened to you was a hijack. You wasn't that person before until you got hurt. Then after you got hurt, after you felt that rejection, after you felt that abandonment, after you felt that sadness and disappointment, after you felt that aloneness, right? Being lonely, after you felt all that, then you became a certain way. So that's the hijack. The hijack is all the stuff that happened to you before you became who you are today. So who were you? And so what we want to do is we want to learn how to walk through those things without having a super guard up. Now your guard may never come down, but at least it'll come down in love. At least you'll be able to lead in love and not be so stingy with your love, right? Or not think that everybody is out to get you, or not thinking that somebody always wants something from you, because guess what? You'll be willing to just give it anyway. Give the love without accepting, wanting anything in return. So when you do that, you not only are giving out of your heart, but you're building those relationships. It's called relationship equity. When you have relationship equity, then that is one thing that you need to learn, or that you get to learn, so that you can build on relationship after relationship after relationship. Now, what I did was, I'm going to put a link in here. What I did was, I promised you all that I would come um, before you this morning, and I am going to give you all a Black Friday special. And the Black Friday special I'm giving is actually a no brainer. But guess what? It may not be for you, right? But what I want you to do is, I want you to understand that it'll never be this price again, okay? And I'm going to share with you what exactly. So I want you to, I'm going to drop a link in here, and I want you to go to this link, okay? I want you to go to this link, which is crazy. I got all this big old link right here, but I want you to go to this link. Just copy and paste it, because it's a long link, y'all. So just copy and paste it. But what I wanted to share with you is, I wanted to invite you to the 3 days Come Heal With Me Now, okay? 3-day intensive. And so in this 3 days intensive, is stop struggling by yourself and join a community that is going to help you and guide you and support you. And so that you can release all of the inner sabotaging that you have been doing to yourself. Again, it's not enough to say 2023 is my year. It's not enough to just say it. We have our old habits that No matter what you say or no matter what you do, if you stand alone, you will revert back to your old self because that's what you know. You you get to allow people to push you. You get to allow people to say, "Hey Nora, hey Jennifer, hey Internet." You get to have people to push you when you don't feel like it. A lot of times that emotional feeling can sabotage you, right? So what you get is you get 3 days intensive with me, try figuring out and discovering your identity and your vision for your 2023, right? But not only your 2023, we're going to help you create the habits that you need to get out of your own way. So we're going to know, you're going to understand what triggers you. And those triggers, you're going to be able to say, you know what? I'm not going to let that keep triggering me. You're going to learn how to let go, finding your power within, stepping into your greatness so you can become an unstoppable leader. Now, when I say an unstoppable leader, you that means it's time to step up. It's time to go and serve the people, the tribe, the community that you are meant to serve. Can you see the bigger picture here? This is about you, but it's also about other people, serving on a big level, right? Whatever your heart desires and whatever God has in alignment with you, okay? So not only do you get to come, but you get to bring a friend for free. How about that? I remember when I was learning how to become who I am today, I got to bring a friend. It cost, but it didn't cost much. And I got to bring a friend and we was able to heal together. Okay, but you get to bring a friend for free. But not only that, you get to upgrade to this VIP, this summit. And so some of you have already bought into the you get all of your the summit recordings, which is so powerful because guess what, when this is over, you'll be able to go back and rewind and fast forward, and you'll have the recordings for as long as you want them. But also, guess what, some of us have teenagers that really need help. They have anger problems, they're disrespectful, they are um out of control, or maybe they just need some guidance, they need some leadership. Why? Because they are in society, and society is telling them you get to do this, you get to do that, and they don't have any values and morals, maybe in the school district or maybe within them friends. How to get your team to be a leader and not follow the nonsense so they can be a productive um, citizen in today's world, because we got so many things going on, and it's like, why in the world did you do that? You saying your team, why are you acting like that? Why of this or why of that? And you have no clue of what is going on in them hallways or in them internet streets, right? You don't see them every step of the way because we can't be with our children 24/7, right? And you say, you know what, Erica, I don't even have a teenager, but you have a niece or a nephew, you have a neighbor. Don't you want for the people that have children that have something going on with their children, even if you are not close to them, but you know someone that is going through it, guess what? They get to have a 2-day class with for their teenagers to become a leader. That is so important in these days, okay? So all of that for $199. $199. I'm not gonna do a fast action bonus or anything like that. The bottom line is, as of Friday evening, the teenager, this stuff goes away. Okay, it just, the teen, no more teenager stuff. You don't get to bring a friend as of Friday. You only get the 3 day event. So if you choose to, and I'm going to be promoting this all week, okay? So if you choose to sit there on the sideline and let this disappear, there's not many people. There's so many coaches out here, they're not willing to walk with you. They're not willing to, like, they don't have time to actually hold you accountable. They don't care about your teenagers, right? So they don't really care that much, and they're not giving you that much time. So you have until Friday. This is a Black Friday special. Everything will be off the table as of Friday, okay? Um, except the 3 day event, and that will be the only thing that you get is the 3 day event. Okay, so I have sold this before for $1,497, um, and before the 2020, and then after I sold it for 797. We've sold it for 797 for 2 years, and then today for this week we're going to be selling it for 197. Okay, so that's it. That's all. There's the link. If I were you, if you absolutely don't need it, share it with a friend. But I would get on it. I would really get on it because, again, you not only are um, sharing it with a friend, but you also get to really, now's the time to pour into you. And it's one thing to get things off of the internet on YouTube, and there's another thing to, listen to the Sunday morning churches, but that's just a band aid on a cancer that some of you have. You have to go deep into what you want for your life and allow me to help you get there. All right, so I'm Aerica Karriem. I am the host of the Black Women Healing Together Summit. I am going to get off of here, and I'll be back with you in a minute with our special, amazing speaker. Talk to you soon. Stay here. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.